Hey YouTube, I'm back. I just want to tell you about a situation I ran into. Okay, so I had a friend. I'm not going to mention his name because that's not professional. So I had a male friend. Now, years and years and years ago, we were cool. We would hang out, but I was not interested in that way. I was like I got out of a relationship and I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to hang out and just have fun platonically. I wasn't worried about all that. I was just being focused on what I needed to do. So this was about, I would say, maybe 6, 7 years ago, maybe. Okay. So we would hang out, we would hang out a lot. Like I didn't want him to think it was a date, so I would pull out my wallet, try to pay for stuff. But then he stopped me one day and he's like, no, you don't ever have to pay if you're with me. So I slipped my wallet back, I slipped my wallet back in my purse and I'm like, all right then, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. But then we got into a discussion and we were like, look, he just didn't get me, and I'm like, look, I don't see you like that. I just see you as a friend. I don't see you as anything more. And I don't want a relationship right now. And I told him that. It's not like I didn't tell him that. So then later on one day he drove me to work, okay? And he said, hey, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and he said it so awkward. And I'm like, I was like, I'm not ready for that, just, and then after that, I disappeared. I straight disappeared from him. I didn't hang out with him. I didn't call him, text him. I didn't do any of that because it was just like, it would be unfair. And it wasn't that. And I told him before, I said, I don't want you to feel like I'm using you because I'm not a user. I pay for my own. He was like, use me. And I'm like, that sounds pitiful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that type of person. So I feel like, if I can't love you, if me hanging around you, being cool with you ain't enough, and you want more and I can't give you more, then I can't be around you. I would rather give somebody else a chance or the opportunity to love you the way that you need to be loved. But I mean, he just wasn't for me. All right, so fast forward. Years later, I get on the bus. He sits right next to me. I'm like, he finna cuss me out. He finna cuss me out. Please don't cuss me out. Please don't cuss me out, okay? So he gets on the bus. He sits right next to me. He just sits right next to me. He's like, Shanel. I'm like, look out the window, like, hey, hey, what's up? He was like, how you been? This and that. He was like, I'm married. I'm married. I've been married for 8 months now. I'm like, that's great. I'm like, that's amazing. Congratulate, high five, congratulations. I'm happy for you. So, all right, it was cool. And then later on that day, he called me because my number always been the same. So he calls me and he's like, hey, you want to hang out? Let's, go to this little lounge that we used to go to. Like they had spoken word and poetry night and everything else. And I'm like, I don't think so. Even though I didn't look at him that way, but he probably still liked me. I'm like, don't you think that would be a little disrespectful to your wife? Like me hanging around you. I never met her before. Even though it's not like that with me, I wouldn't look at you that way. It's still disrespectful to her. He was like, no, it's cool. I'm glad you're worried about my wife and you're concerned, but she has male friends. Okay. So I'm like, that sounds kind of fishy. But I was like, you know what? I had nothing else to do. I'm game. All right, then. You know what I'm saying? So, I got ready later on that night and we went out, to this lounge. It was open mic night and it was cool. You know what I mean? But then he dropped me off home and he's like, hey, he's like, if you ever want to hang out again, just let me know. Hit me up. I got you. I was like, yeah, no, that's okay. I'm like, all right then, cool. All right, so fast forward 1 year. Okay, this is like maybe 2 years later. He ran into my sister. He got a new job. He ran into my sister, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "Hey, what's up?" What's up? How your sister been? And she's like, she's good. He's like, she still got the same number. Tell her to call me. So my sisters called me later on. I'm getting off of work. She was like, yeah, such and such, I ran into him, okay. And he told me to tell you to call him. I'm like, okay. But I don't know if I end up calling him or he end up calling me later on. All right, so he's like, yeah, what's up? Blase, blase, how you been? Then it got awkward. The conversation got awkward because I knew this moment was going to happen. So I'm waiting, and I'm like, okay. Finally, he's going to ask me this question. He was like, did you ever wonder? I'm like, about what? He's like, what it could have been, what it should have, could have been. And he was like, you just disappeared. Like, what was the problem? Was it me? Was I weird? What's going on? I said, I was not ready. I cared about people's feelings, but I didn't. I was like, I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? I felt pressure and I felt trapped. Like, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Feeling trapped, like caged in. And I'm like, and I'm like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in a relationship I wasn't ready for. I couldn't force myself, and I was just frustrated. I didn't know what to do. So I disappeared, and I apologized. You're a good guy, and I wouldn't want to do that to you. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve that, okay? So we got over that, and he's like, because I needed closure. I thought about you every day. I was like, for real though? He was like, yeah, I didn't know what happened. I thought about you all the time. I still think about you. I'm like, yeah. I apologize for you. You don't deserve that. I apologize. I should have went about it a little better than that. But okay, so he was like, I still needed closure. I'm like, closure. I was like, look at you. You doing good in life. You got a good job. You got a wife. She got a baby on the way. That's what's up. Like, you're doing good in life. Like, I'm just spoiled milk. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I still needed closure. I'm like, okay. You just have to come out now. But anyway, so I was like, okay, that's cool. I was like, all right, we hung up. That was it. I ain't talked to him for about 2-3 months. Now later on down the line, he told me don't be a stranger. So recently, about maybe 2 days ago, I called him. I say, hey, what's up, such and such? I'm just, because I'm trying to do these videos. I'm just starting off with these videos, and I'm trying to do them, and I'm like, hey, I was asking about some free software or video editing equipment because he had a podcast. I knew he would know something about that for the editing. So he sounded all weird. He was like, yeah, my son got me sick. He just sounded weird to me. Something was off. He was like, my son got me sick. I'm sitting here with my son and my wife. He got me sick. We're watching a movie. I was like, all right. He was like, but I'll send you some links. So I said, that's cool. All right, send me some links. So then 2 days later, 2 days later, he, he called me. I'm like, hello? Like, I had to give a little attitude because he sounded a little funny before. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was busy and stuff like that, I'm an honest person. I understand. I'm very understanding. So if you got something to do or something, don't act weird or funny. Just, don't answer the phone at all. Just state what it is or just don't answer the phone. So he's like he was trembling. And he doesn't have the deepest or that much bass in his voice, but he was trembling. He's like, like a little kid, like he wanted to cry or something. He was like, hello, that conversation that we had the other day. I'm like, what? Wasn't really a conversation to me, but when you you told me you was going to send me them links for the software. He was like, yeah, well, I can't. I was like, all right then. He was like, and also like, us communicate. I think it's a bad idea that we communicate. We can't communicate anymore. I'm like, cool. All right then, have a good day. But then, as a woman, what I did was I looked him up on Facebook just to see if he put something smart on there. Okay. This dude blocked me from Facebook. Let me tell you something, okay? I'm not mad, but I was a little irritated. Cause for the fact that I disappeared from you and I don't even talk to you, and you block me, it didn't even make no sense. And for you to sit there and act like that in front of your wife, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a little bass in your voice. You tell her what it is. It's not, and for the fact you over there, you're checking the wrong person. I don't even call you. I disappeared from you for years. I got ghost like I was in a witness protection program. Like I got ghost on you. And you over there like, nah, you know, you acting like you the man on these streets. You like, nah, my wife, she got my wife, she got friends, you know, she got male friends. Okay, that's between y'all, but don't put me in the middle of it. But for you to say, you know, you to say we can't contact each other or have communication, I don't communicate with you, and you to block me from Facebook. We're not friends. You and your girl, your wife is probably looking at my, you know, y'all probably looking at my page together, and she probably looked at my name up, you know. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Okay, she's pretty. No, she don't need to be around my man. She don't need to be around my husband. And that's insecurity. Ladies, if you're with somebody, don't be with them if you can't trust them. I didn't think he was the untrustworthy type, but if you seen him, you know what I'm saying? If you seen him, then she would, you know, you would tell her, like, look, you the only one checking for him. I'm going to be real with you. You the only one checking for him. And I'm like, she should be shaking my hand because if I didn't stop hanging around him, you would never get him. You would never got him. I gave him the opportunity to be with you because I took myself out of the situation. It wasn't even a situation in the first place. It wasn't a situation. You made me look like the bad woman or the bad guy because you didn't speak up and use your voice. You didn't say, hey, look, it's not like that. See, if I understand her being a woman. She's like, who's that? And she brings it up again, like, who's that? Call her. So I see what happened. She probably had him call me and had me on speakerphone. He's all nervous, like, I'm going to cuss him out. It is what it is. I don't even talk to you. That's the thing. You making yourself look guilty. I don't know if he talked to other people. I don't know if she talked to other people. That is their business. But do not get Shanel involved in that because you're going to feel dumb. I don't even talk to you. And you ain't the man I've been texting. You ain't the man I've been calling. We ain't even friends on Facebook. So where are you getting this from? I don't even want him. If I wanted him, I would have had him. We would have been together. You wouldn't be in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has a domino effect. Like, hey, you should be thanking me and saying, like, high-fiving me and everything. Thank you, girl, for you know, letting him go, disappearing, because now I have him. He's mine. And I'm like, yes, I'm so glad and I'm happy for you. If I was there, I would dance at your wedding. I'd be like, you know, I would dance at your wedding. I will walk you down the aisle. I will sing, okay, at your wedding. But ladies, you know, stop being insecure, especially, and men too. Stop being insecure. If you with someone, make sure you can trust them. And don't have them around me. Say no, I'm playing. I'm playing. But no, I don't want anybody's man. But make sure you can trust them in a relationship, and that's important. Now, if I ever see him again, I'm just walking past him because I'm not bothered by it. But it still is the fact that you made me look stupid. You try to put me in the middle of something that I had nothing to do with. Like, man, I don't even talk to you. You can check I would hand my phone like, you ain't the one. But anyway, I know I talked long-winded, but I just want to tell you what's going on. If you like my stories, or if you want me to tell more stories, some things I've been through, just like, subscribe, comment, hit that red button, and you subscribe. Okay, if you like big man on the heads, let me know.